Jonas Cherry.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Michael Galloway, Warren Hawkins, and Stafford Young. Yay, there you all are. Thank you all for being here. We also have House Pages. Thank you for being here. If you'll stand up or raise your hand, whatever you feel comfortable doing. We have Addison Burleson, Representative Cody Honeycutt. Thank you. Jamie Ching with Representative Shavania. Anna Fierro from the Speaker Hall. Carson Raleigh, which is Representative Terry Brown. And Amber Trudeau from Representative Sarah Crawford. Thank you all for being here. We appreciate you today. All right, so today we have two bills will be heard to committee. The first we're going to hear is House Bill 152, access to transcranial magnetic stimulation. Representative Honeycutt, we'd like to hear this bill without objection. You take the floor.
Thank you, Madam Chair, members of the committee. House Bill 152, access to transcranial magnetic stimulation, simply would require insurers who cover TMS to cover it regardless of the type of healthcare provider performing the procedure, as long as the healthcare provider is acting within its provider scope of practice. Basically, transcranial magnetic stimulation is used to treat depression. Is basically what it's used for. And right now there's just not enough psychiatrists in North Carolina to perform all the demand. So what we would like to do is see primary care providers be able to do so if they choose so. I stand for any questions.
All right. Representative Setzer, I have two people that want to
motion
speak.
at the appropriate time, yes, ma'am.
Yes, sir. All right, so we have two people who'd like to speak on this bill. If you would, when you step up, you'll have 3 minutes, and you'll need to state your name and who you're from. I have Nicole Lowry.
Hi, my name is Nicole Lowry. I'm with Neuronetics. Bill 152 will benefit primary care providers who have nowhere else to send their patients battling depression, as well as those patients. Payers in North Carolina currently only credential psychiatrists to perform TMS. However, any trained provider can safely and effectively deliver this treatment. Currently, about 70% of patients with depression are treated in primary care offices. There are 1,052 psychiatrists in North Carolina. 502 of those are located in just 4 counties. There are 38 counties with less than 8 psychiatrists and 42 counties with no psychiatrist. There are 6,095 primary care providers in North Carolina. 96 counties have 10 or more primary care providers, and only 4 counties have no primary care providers. TMS therapy has an 83% response rate and a 62% remission rate. It's already reimbursed by payers in the state, and expanding physician access would help to expand patient access to this treatment. TMS therapy is 36 treatments, 19 minutes a day, 5 days a week for 7 weeks. So providers really need to be probably within about 15 minutes of patients in order for them to have proper access to this treatment. We are requesting a legislation change to require all payers to allow primary care providers to perform TMS. This would allow, we have actually 8 clinics in North Carolina. This change would allow us to open many more clinics in a lot of these areas that do not currently have psychiatrists to serve patients with depression.
Thank you so much. I also have a Tammy George. State your name and tell me who you're with.
Hi, I'm Tammy George, and I'm actually just a patient advocate. I have received this therapy. I live in Johnston County. By the grace of God, I worked in Wake County and worked in a building that this therapy was available at. Otherwise, I cannot tell you where I would stand today. When I started therapy, I was unable to physically get out of bed. I had 2 very significant traumas happen in my life within 6 weeks of each other that just pushed me over the edge, so to speak. Within 4 to 5 weeks, my family saw the old me. I'm currently in remission 2 to 3 years out, successful. I own a consulting firm now, something that could not have happened without this. So think about Benson, where 95 and 40 meet. I would have had to have driven. I was already doing the drive. So that's why I was able to receive this therapy. I could not have fathomed where my life would be without it. It's going to change so many people's lives, not to mention the providers that are so stressed out trying to help someone, and they can't help them because they don't have the resources to get to where they need to get the therapy. It's non-invasive, it doesn't hurt, it's just super simple, and it just changes the way you see everything in the world. It's a huge bill, and from the bottom of my heart, I just beg you to really consider pushing it through.
Thank you so much. There's no questions. Representative Setzer, you may make a motion.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I move for favorable report for House Bill 152 and re-refer to the Committee on Rules.
Representative Setzer moves to favorable report. Refer to rules. All those in favor say aye. Aye. All those opposed? All right, motion carries.
Thank you, Madam Chair and
Thank you.
members of the committee.
All right. Next up for consideration is House Bill 156, increase access for small employers insurance. The bill is before the committee without objection. Representative Perret, you're able to present the bill.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Members of the committee, this bill is a refile from last year. It passed the House near unanimous. It takes the employee threshold for level funded plans down from 12 to 5, just like every single one of the other 46 states that offer level funded plans, with the exception of just 3. North Carolina is one of those 3, and North Carolina is the only state in the Southeast that is above 5. So these plans allow for a valuable and affordable option for coverage for small businesses, just like mine. We have a small business with 10 people, and it's hard to afford coverage for our employees. This is an option to do that. They're very popular, and I ask for your vote in support of this bill. Thank you.
Any questions? All right. Seeing none, Representative Setzer.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I move for a favorable report for House Bill 156 and re-refer to the Committee on Health.
Okay, Representative Setzer moves for a favorable report on House Bill 156 with a referral to House Rules. All those in favor say aye. Aye. All those opposed? All right, it's passed. Thank you so much. No other business? Seeing none?